What's up, everyone? Welcome back to Path of the Network Marketer. It is day 36, episode 36. All right, we are moving right along. We just finished up a series on how influencers make money or generate income on the social feeds. And really, yeah, I guess to summarize it, it's really exactly that: using your influence, right? You grow your influence, you grow your presence on these platforms, and if brands see you as a viable individual to promote their goods because of that influence that you've built, then that's how you can generate income. Basically, that's the summation. There are, as I've looked at it and as I've tested it out for myself, I really feel like there are a lot of limitations because obviously as network marketers we didn't get into we're not on social media necessarily to become influencers, right? Like we're not that's almost like creating a second career or a second it's its own thing outside of the network marketing business that you're trying to grow, right? So that puts more work on top of already the ton of work that you have with your network marketing business. So it's not primary, right? It's not primary, and so because of that, I think for me, especially as I've looked at social media, as I've tested social media in the last 6 to 8 months, it's not a primary. Well, it's a strategy for sure. Again, for exposure, for getting my thoughts and my face out there, for creating a presence. But it's not necessarily a mainstay in terms of me monetizing that presence necessarily. Well, on top of that, I think there are limitations to social media. I mean, obviously, I've talked about how algorithms change and platforms will do what they need to do to make adjustments so that they can benefit from the economic ecosystem that's happening on social media, right? Obviously, again, brands are pouring a lot of money on social media and into influencers because it's a great place to do it. So the platforms are going to want to participate in that as well. They're not going to want to miss out on the money that's being made. They want a piece of all of it. For the latest example that I've noticed is Instagram has made available a subscription service, right? So influencers and people on the platform can now add a subscription service, which I'm sure at a fee, Instagram will take a percentage of whatever subscriptions that you're able to secure. So that's just an example how for me even as you build your presence and your audience and your influence on these social platforms for your network marketing business, the platforms, you don't own any of it. Okay, that's basically where I'm going with that. Like you don't own your audience, you don't own how the platform is gonna change and adjust. You don't own or control how the algorithm is going to behave in the future. So you're kind of at the whim of the platform. You're basically just using their space, right? You're using their space. And for me, it's like, okay, that's all well and good, but again, I didn't come into this thing as an influencer. Well, I didn't go onto social media to become an influencer and to give myself a second job, a second career, right? That's not at all what I intended. And then on top of that, the amount of work that it takes to maintain being an influencer, right? Right? The just churning out content, like the production side of it. It's a lot of effort to keep up with. I mean, like all the big influencers that I follow, I can't imagine the amount of time, energy, and effort that it takes to keep that content going, all to keep their audiences engaged, all to keep their followers count growing, right? All to keep up. Then on top of that, to keep up with all the changing algorithms and everything that's going on in social platforms. So it's a lot of work that I'm not willing to do myself just to build my network marketing business, or at least as the primary way to build my network marketing business. Because again, I already have a ton of work as a network marketer, as we all do. The last thing I want to do is add another job on top of that. So I'm leaning away more. Well, yeah, I'm kind of stepping a little bit back. I'm not putting a large amount of focus on social media. Again, I am still posting as much as I can, like on a daily basis. But it doesn't have the urgency for me because of those reasons. Now, I am leaning a lot on podcasting. I love the podcasting platform, and and as a corollary, YouTube. But I love this particular platform and this method of I don't know, exposure, I guess, and getting my message out there for a lot of particular reasons. And I'm going to get into that into a future episode. But today's topic, really, what I wanted to get at, the core of it all is that it's really a shift, a mental shift that I'm making, or that I kind of have been leaning towards lately in the last couple of weeks, and that is shifting, really looking at my online presence, my online marketing, my social media marketing, all that stuff as my own business, as opposed to looking at it in terms of how can I make money on X, Y, and Z? How can I make money with Instagram? How can I make money with Facebook? With I always forget the last one, TikTok. It's because that's the one that I'm the newest on. So I'm leaning away from that kind of mindset. So it's a mindset shift more than anything, and focusing on, okay, so how can I build out a complete business model for myself that really kind of generates the exposure that I want for my network marketing business, while also it being in my own control. So the couple of things that I'm putting focus on, obviously podcasting, as I mentioned, and we're going to go into that in a couple of episodes. But the other things outside of podcasting is building an email list, right? I know it's super late in the game. I've been looking at online marketing for like 6 to 8 months now. Well, since almost the beginning of the year, I'm only now looking at email lists, right? Or building an email list. Duh. I'm a slow learner, guys. You'll figure this out about me. So email list is number one, of course, and then building marketing funnels. Simple as that. Building marketing funnels, which you can also use to build your email list. So it's with those things you can control again, and it becomes your own standalone, unique ecosystem, your own business, right? Because you're controlling all the pieces, and no matter what happens on the social feeds and on those particular platforms, you have your own kind of insulated system and moving pieces that are working as a business, as opposed to, okay, I'm making money here, I'm making money here, I'm making money here. So that's the topic for today. Again, if you guys aren't already following or subscribed to the show, go ahead and follow and subscribe, because I'm going to kind of build episode to episode here, especially with this topic, because this is going to be important. We're going to start diving into podcasting, and I'm going to give you guys a series on how to start your own podcasting, the very bare minimum, the easiest, simplest way, and why I love podcasting as a way to get your word out, to get exposure for your business, for yourself. So that's going to do it for today, guys. Make sure, again, subscribe, follow the show, whatever happens to be on the particular platform that you're listening on, and well, we'll catch you in the next episode. So until then, be well, be safe. We'll see you tomorrow.